I told you all you needed was a rake, a dustpan, and plastic bags, and you could start making an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. What would you do? Maybe you're tired of being your boss's punching bag at the office, or you want to try a new opportunity and see how far you can go. And today I'm sharing even more things you need to know for your pet waste removal business. We're going to start off with my favorite video that I've made so far, my collaboration with Erica from Croupin Spoopin Scoopin. We share our thoughts on what we would do differently if we started poop scooping today. When I started poop scooping, I thought I could only accept payments via Venmo or cash. But boy, was I wrong. Collecting payments from customers became difficult and frustrating. I would have to constantly follow up with customers who haven't paid me after I serviced them, or having those awkward conversations with customers and confronting them to pay me more than what I initially asked for. These situations caused me so much anxiety and stress, and I knew I needed to find a solution. I required a credit card on file and deposits for all new appointments. And let me tell you, this decision was a game changer for my business. For one, requiring a deposit and a card on file can ensure that you get paid for your services. This reduces your risk of a customer signing up and failing to pay you after you complete your scoops. While a card may decline after you service them, you can at least ensure some of your money if you've requested deposit correctly. Also, having a card on file will streamline your payment processing. You can charge a customer's file after you finish their scoop, or you can also ask them to prepay for the month. This eliminates the need for manual payment processing, reduces your potential errors, and increases the efficiency of your business. Requiring a deposit will discourage customers from canceling on you in the last minute.
Sorry, you're canceled.
When they pay a deposit, they have a vested interest in doing business with you. This helps your business avoid lost revenue and scheduling conflicts. And the best part, with a card on file, customers can easily book future appointments with you without having to provide payment information every time they sign up. This encourages repeat business and it'll build your customer loyalty. I had a couple instances where I would scoop someone's yard and they wouldn't even ask for an invoice. They would just tell me to run their card and charge them for whatever the visit was. On the other side, when I didn't have cards on file, I had a lot of people that took advantage of me. I would have to wait a couple of days before I got paid, or even worse, someone tell me they flat out won't pay me because I didn't do a good enough job. By implementing this change, your pet waste removal business will run more smoothly, with greater financial security, and you'll be more efficient. It's a win-win for you and your customers.
You're telling me you want your customer to feel comfortable enough to put their credit card on file with you?
Yeah?
And you want all of your customers set up on automatic recurring billing for the month?
I already said yes.
All right, well, let's chat.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Get your pen and paper out. Let's start taking some notes.
I'm ready.
Rapport is the word of the day. Rapport is a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or group concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. For a customer to trust you enough to hand over their credit card, let you put that on file, they're gonna need to trust you big time. Strong communication skills goes a long way. And when I say strong communication skills, I'm not saying that you talked to a customer 2 weeks ago, you said, yeah, I'll be out there to service your property. 2 weeks goes by, and then the homeowner hasn't heard from you. That isn't strong communication skills. You scheduled with the homeowner, then you do a follow-up 72 hours, 48 hours, at the latest 24 hours beforehand, just to confirm, hey, are we still good for Tuesday at 2:45? 2 weeks is a really long time for somebody to not hear from you. And in the homeowner's brain, they're thinking,
They forgot about me. I haven't heard anything.
and I can tell you, this does happen. And I recently did this. I have a podcast and I had somebody that's scheduled with me. I didn't touch base with them 2 weeks, a week, 72 hours, nothing, because I got busy and I got behind schedule. Well, the day of, I was excited. I woke up in the morning trying to get my day together because I had a podcast that evening. This person canceled. They canceled with me. So I sent them a message. I was like, hey, what's going on? They canceled because they hadn't heard from me. They didn't know what was going on. And what's funny is I was working on this section of the video when that happened.
Sorry.
Communicate with your people. You can send a simple email. You can send a text message. You don't have to call your customers. Just touch base with them. How you present yourself has a lot to do with rapport as well. This is going to be your uniforms, your language, the way that you present yourself. Overall, how do you make the customer feel when you are around them? And in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing, but I wanted people to at least think I knew what I was doing, and uniforms help paint that picture. Now I have branding on all of my shirts, but in the beginning, I couldn't afford that, so it was a hot pink shirt, black bottoms. And as for that language, proper, no swearing, try to stay away from slang, keep it professional. And if you don't know what professional verbiage is, Google it. Which one sounds better?
Oh yeah, hi Mrs. Customer. I'm running late. I'm stuck in traffic. I'll be there in about 45 minutes or so. I should be able to show up.
Or, hi Mrs. Customer, this is Erica Kruppen, I'm your scooper. I am running a little bit behind schedule today. Traffic is a little wild, but I will be there in about 45 minutes. Is that okay? In addition to your uniforms, the way that you present yourself and your verbiage, you are gonna wanna put some time into your marketing material. Now why? Because your marketing material is going to represent you when you're not around, either online or in the physical form, wherever your little marketing material makes its way to. Your marketing material doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be crazy, just keep it simple. Have your business name on it. Have it in your brand colors. Have your website, have your phone number, have a couple of the services that you offer and what you do. You don't have to get crazy. You don't have to put every single service that you offer. You don't have to put every single form of social media on there. Keep it simple, stupid. I, in the beginning, did not keep it simple. My marketing material was wild, but that's okay. Live and learn. And that's what's fun about business, is just because I had wild marketing material before, doesn't mean I'm stuck with that marketing material forever. I can change it as I go and as I grow. And that's what I love about being in business, is things are always changing. And I guess my favorite part of rapport would be invoicing, because invoicing leads to payments. My personal favorite is a digital invoice. I feel like it looks professional. I'm able to have my logo on it. I have line items. I send them a link and they're able to easily pay their invoice online with a debit and credit card. Now, can customers pay an invoice with a handwritten invoice? Yes, they can. But what an issue is with me, I have terrible handwriting, absolutely terrible handwriting. I don't want my customers to see my chicken scratch. So a digital invoice is the way to go.
Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to grow your poop scooping business, having a solid business plan in place can make a huge difference in achieving success. Be honest, have you actually created a business plan, or have you just been watching YouTube videos and winging it? When was the last time you actually wrote down something for your business?
Emotional damage.
A business plan is like a roadmap, providing direction and clarity on where you're trying to go. It sets out your goals, your strategies for growth, and the service areas you want to focus on. This means you won't be taking jobs all over the place, but instead you'll have a clear plan of action and you'll know exactly where you're heading. It's not just about setting business goals. A business plan forces you to take a close look at your business and identify your strengths and weaknesses. It allows you to capitalize on what you're good at and shows you areas of opportunity that you can improve upon. And let's not forget about your marketing and your sales strategy. Your business plan should include how you plan on reaching your target audience, whether that's through social media marketing, door-to-door outreach, or referrals from other businesses. This will help you focus on your marketing efforts and ensure that your budget is used effectively. Of course, finances are also a crucial part of your business plan. You'll need to include your business's financial needs and requirements, such as your revenue and your expenses, so you can make informed financial decisions. And if you ever need to request a loan from a bank or a credit union, you already have all this information available. But it's not just about the numbers. You should also list out any potential risks and challenges your business might encounter, and outline your plan to overcome these obstacles. It's important to define exactly the services you provide. You're not only doing poop scooping, you're providing peace of mind and a healthy environment for your customers and their animals. Defining your service and your product line will help you stay on track and ignore any shiny objects that might come in your way. Speaking of shiny, have you ever walked into a store and you found something you really wanted, only to look at the price tag and you saw that it was completely out of your budget? It can be disappointing, right? The same thing can happen with your poop scooping business if you don't price your services correctly. As a pooper scooper, you're providing a valuable service to pet owners and the community. But how do you determine the right price for your services? Is it based on how much time it takes for you to scoop? Or is it based on your competitors' prices? Well, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a pooper scooper named Tony. I'm Tony. Tony just started his poop scooping business and he was really eager to get more customers. He knew he needed to price his services competitively so he can attract new customers. He decided to look at what his competition was charging and decided to charge just a little bit less. At first, everything seemed to be going great. Tony was getting a bunch of new customers and he felt like he was on top of the world. But as time went on, Tony realized he was actually losing money. He hadn't factored in all the costs of running his business, like his equipment, gas, the time invested at the properties, and the wear and tear on his vehicle. Tony's story is a cautionary tale for all pooper scoopers. Pricing your services too low may attract new customers, but it can also lead to financial struggle in the long run. On the other hand, pricing your services too high might deter new customers, and you might lose out on business. So, how do you determine the right price for your poop scooping services?
Pricing. Oh, pricing is so important. It's one of the most important things in business because it doesn't matter how good your customer communication is, how good your rapport is. If your business is not making money, the likelihood of you staying in business for a long period of time is slim to none. So get your pricing right. When you're sending out your quotes, have time limits on there. Mine says this quote is only good for 7 days. So if somebody gets a quote and then doesn't decide to sign up for 9 days, they need to get an updated new valid quote. I personally am still scooping a couple houses at $55 a month. That's way too low for my business. And how do I know that that is too low? Because now I track my overhead, I track my expenses, I track my payroll. And by tracking all of this information, I'm collecting data. And then when I do price increases or price adjustments, I'm using the data that I've collected to influence the adjustment. And learn from me, learn from my wrongdoing. Adjust the rates and have the conversations sooner than later, because now some of my customers are going on almost 4 years at the same rate and I am dying inside because I know I need to have these conversations with them. And every single time I go to their yard, I think,
Erica, just let them know that their price is increasing.
and I keep dragging my feet. I want better for you. Even though we have shared some things we would do differently in our pooper scooper business, the number one decision you will need to make in your business is this.
To haul the waste, to haul the waste or not haul the waste? That is the question. I'm gonna go over a couple pros and cons on why I choose to haul away the waste. Pro number one, I am a pet waste removal business. So that means I'm literally taking their poop and I'm removing it from their property. I don't like having my customers stay with a garbage can full of smelly poop, especially if it's a couple of days before the garbage men take their trash away. I also frame it as a convenient service for my customers, so I'm allowed to charge a higher premium for my service for my poop scooping services. Your customers will definitely appreciate that you're taking care of them, and it's just one more thing differentiating you from your competitors. Pro number two, offering to haul the waste away shows that you are a professional business and you take pride on providing high quality service. Going the extra mile will help you build a strong reputation with your community. And pro number three, you can offer hauling the waste away as part of your base service and charge a higher rate, or you can make it an add-on service that your customer can choose from, which will add additional money to your pocket. Now, I'm gonna go over the cons on why it really sucks to haul away the waste in your car. Hauling the waste away can get expensive if you have to go to a local landfill to dispose of the waste, or if you have to rent out a dumpster to dispose of it, or if you have to rent out a second trash can. Hauling the waste away is really time consuming because you're holding onto the poop in your car and you literally have to drive to a different location to take care of it. I really wish sometimes I can just leave the poop in a customer's trash can and not have to deal with it. This also impacts the number of customers that you can service in a day because you still have to account for disposing of the waste at a separate location. Third, transporting pet waste is really stinky and it really sucks. Your car is going to stink and it's going to get worse in the summer while your car is hot and the poop that's in your car is just marinating and just stinking up everything. I'm really tired of my car smelling like poop. Another con is that it adds significant wear and tear on your vehicle because it's just a heavier load that your car has to deal with while driving. It's going to make your vehicle use a lot more gas. You're gonna have less space in your trunk for your equipment and your supplies. And because of the wear and tear on your vehicle is just going to cut into your profits.
Or you could not haul. April of 2022, we stopped hauling the waste away. Now this has its pros and its cons. Because we do not haul the poop with us, we are not considered full service. This does affect our pricing. It does affect customers not wanting to use our service because they don't want the poop in their trash can, and I completely understand that. It did stink to lose customers when we made the change, and it sucks when a customer doesn't want to use our services because we don't haul the waste away, but that was just a decision that I needed to make for my business at the time. And I wasn't able to make this decision alone. My team actually helped me make this decision. And as for the benefits, baby, I get to double bag the dog poop, put it in the homeowner's trash can. Then we leave the property and we go to the next property and we rinse and repeat. We don't have to lug the poop around with us. We don't have to worry about where we're going to dump it. We don't have to worry about if there's flies flying around our vehicle when we're parked at a random parking lot, because I'm telling you, in the summertime, the poop stinks. And now we don't have a bunch of maggots rolling around in the back of our vehicles.
Just remember, this is your business and you have to do what's right for you and your customers. Now that you know some of the things that we do differently, you might be wondering if there are other kinds of customers you can have with the Pooper Scooper business. Even though we talked about the residential side, there's a huge opportunity on the commercial side of this business. Attracting these kinds of customers isn't easy, but if you join a networking group for property managers and apartment complexes, that'll get you one step closer to these kinds of opportunities. These networking groups have events where you can be a sponsor at a trade show, and they'll give you a booth where you can set up your display and advertise your business to all the property managers and apartment complexes at the conference. So now I'm going to share my experience being a sponsor at a trade show and all the people that I got to talk to. I spent over $5,000 just to be a sponsor at this trade show and to talk to over 1,000 people about my poop scooping business. But was it worth it? We're at a trade show and we're just setting up our booth right now. Come enjoy the ride with us. The trade show gave me a 20 by 20 spot to advertise my poop scooping business, so I might have went a little overboard with my marketing material. Look at this beautiful table. Got poop, we scoop. 20 by 20 is a huge space to fill out, so we had to get creative. Hello. Looks like we're booth buddies.
Hey, how's that booth buddy happen?
How's it going?
Nice to meet you, I'm Dan.
I'm Anthony.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
Nice to meet you. Even though this is my first trade show, I brought my cardboard displays from my last event to show off my services. These wooden easels were so annoying to put together.
God, this shit is hard work.
My anxiety was hard to keep in check, even though I was so hyper-focused on putting my booth together. Tomorrow, I'll get on stage and have a speech in front of hundreds of people. I wanted to make sure people can see my booth, so I also got an 8-foot tension fabric and an 8x20 vinyl banner as the backdrop to my booth. Then I was done. So it's the night before the trade show that I have. I'm a little bit nervous, but I really haven't allowed myself to process it yet. Now I get to have a speech to close to 2,000 people just about my poop scooping business. It's just a surreal thought for me. I didn't think I would get this far with my business. Now I get to talk to over 1,000 people about poop scooping and hopefully land some more clients. With over 1,800 people going to this event, all I need is 1%, just 1%. 1% of these people just to sign up for poop scooping services. If I can land 18 commercial contracts, apartments, HOAs, that would be life-changing for my business. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see if I can talk to at least 1,000 people tomorrow. I'm gonna keep track on my phone. I'm gonna use a little app. I'm supposed to be sleeping, but I really can't sleep. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to sleep tonight. It's almost midnight. I need to get up by 6:30 so I can get ready for this trade show. Thank you everyone who's been on the journey with me. I really appreciate being able to share this experience with you. And I'll see you tomorrow. It's the morning of the trade show. It's around 6:20 in the morning. Wish me luck. It's around 6:35. We got about a 20-minute drive. My mom is my cinematographer today, so thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
And here we go. We are here. Mountain America Exposition Center. Look at this booth. This booth is looking clean. We pick up dog poop. Salazar scoops. Some chocolates. Some more chocolates. Some more chocolates. This shit's gonna be crazy. The trade show started. We have tap counters, so every time someone talks to us, we're just gonna bring this up. Good luck. How are you feeling for the no. How are you feeling about the trade show?
Super excited.
That's cool.
First time here.
It's your first time here?
First time.
It's my first time too. With that, all we had to do was play the waiting game, and it didn't take long before people started to come to our booth. Hi.
So you do the dirty job?
We do the dirty job. Pick up the dog poop and sanitize and deodorize. I got 3. Show me your counter. Oh, he has 7 people already. Everyone at the trade show was given a sheet of paper with all the booths at the event. Attendees were incentivized to visit every booth to grab their signature for a chance to win $500. And you want some chocolate next to our cute balloon animal dog thing?
I want to, but I want to just take the balloon animal. He's so cute.
How's it going, Izzy?
And maybe some chocolate too on your way out.
Beautiful. Let me ask you this.
Show me your counter. Ooh, 14. But yeah, if there's dog poop around, we're gonna take care of it.
Awesome.
Show me your counter.
25 people.
He's
I may have
killing
forgotten to count a couple.
He's killing it. Tell him that you're tired of fighting over it, and then we're ready to take care of it. Help yourself.
Thank you.
We walk the whole property to pick everything up. It just depends on like what cadence you want. Like you can go weekly, 1 time, 2 times a week, once a month. Like it really depends on the scope of the work and like how much dog poop is actually left from your tenants.
Oh, I see. Maybe passively aggressively hang up our card in your apartment complex. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great one. Oh, I'm at 66 people, man.
God damn, 66. Damn, that's crazy. You wanna see how much I have in my counter? 22. It's 11:30. Just about 35 more minutes before I get to do a big presentation in front of everyone and talk to them about my poop scooping business. So we're gonna do a count of the tally. Oh my God, 135. You're a trendsetter. Damn, girl. 27. I'm sucking really bad, but everyone else is crushing it. We are definitely getting hungry, and we're so tired. Right? I said we're very hungry and we're very tired. What up, Zach? How tired are you?
As long because they stop, look what we do, count.
140.
And on his way back, he poops. So I keep yelling at him. He poops, poops, poops. I was so desperate, I had to run out there with bare hands and pick it all up.
Oh no. We're having lunch, so that means it's one step closer before I have to present in front of everyone. I just grabbed a bunch of food and I'm not really sure if I'm hungry right now.
I like my whole
This spot is filling out fast. Oh boy.
And now after me.
Hello everyone. I am here today to talk about a service that is often overlooked but is essential for maintaining a clean and healthy environment in rental housing units: professional pet waste removal. As property managers and rental housing organizations, you know that cleanliness is crucial to the success of your business. Not only does it affect your tenant satisfaction, but it also has an impact on the overall value of the property. And one of the biggest challenges in maintaining a clean property is dealing with dog poop. This is where my business comes in. We specialize in professional pet waste removal, offering regular cleaning services and waste station maintenance that can make a significant difference in the cleanliness and hygiene of your property. Here are some of the benefits of our service. A dirty and unsanitary property can damage the reputation of rental housing units, leading to decreased occupancy rates and lost revenue. By investing in professional pet waste removal, you're not only improving the health and well-being of your tenants and their pets, but you're also protecting your brand image and increasing the value of your property. A clean property is more attractive to tenants. Our service helps to eliminate unpleasant smells and the gross dog poop left after all the Utah snow, making your property more appealing to potential renters. This can lead to increased occupancy rates and higher rents. As property managers, you're aware that pet waste is a constant headache for your maintenance team. Picking up dog poop is a messy and unpleasant task that many maintenance workers dread. By partnering with a professional pet waste removal service, you can help your maintenance team save time and focus on other important tasks. Now, you may be wondering why you need a professional pooper scooper for this task. The truth is that removing dog poop is not as simple as it may seem, and no one ever wants to do it. Our team of professionals is trained to handle all aspects of pet waste removal, ensuring that your property remains clean and sanitary. In conclusion, professional pet waste removal is an essential service for rental housing organizations, and Salazar Scoops is here to help. By partnering with us, you can enjoy the benefits of a clean and healthy property while providing a better living environment for your tenants and their pets. Thank you for your time. Did my speech. That shit was scary, but I pushed through it. I think it went well. I have to check the recording, but I think I really got flustered a little bit, but I'm really proud of myself. I can't wait to see any more people come to the booth and start talking to us because of it. We're definitely feeling that post-lunch slump. Super tired. Right? Super tired? Are you super tired? Yes. Show me your counter. Damn, 98, girl. Are you super sleepy too?
Yeah.
What is that, 156?
Yeah.
God damn. You wanna see how many people I got? 28. Ooh.
Good to see you guys.
You watch my speech?
Huh?
You watch my speech?
You had a speech?
I had a speech.
On YouTube?
No, on the stage. Damn, you didn't even watch it? Wow.
Dude, look it up. Salazar Scoops, right?
Poop scoops for noobs. Poop scoops for noobs. Zach is about to leave, so we're gonna have a final count of how many people we talked to. 150. Yo, that's crazy.
I'm really good at getting people to stop and look, even if it's just for like 3 seconds before they realize they don't need our service. So.
Thanks for all your help, bro.
Anytime, my dude.
So we're packing up our booth right now. We're gonna have the final tally of the number of people we talked to.
107.
107. Zach had 157, I think, and I had a powerful 28. Very successful day. It's been a few days since the trade show, and that was such a wild experience. Overall, I spent a lot of money for this trade show. I had to pay $3,900 to be one of the premier sponsors at that event, and I have a breakdown of the marketing material that I spent for that event. For the 8-foot tension fabric display that you saw in the beginning of the video, that cost me $599.96. For that really long banner, that 8x20 banner with the dog, that cost me $378.48. And for the 8-foot table cover, that cost me $540.17. Including tax, all the new marketing material I spent for that event cost me $1,621. Including all the knickknacks on the table, like that balloon animal dog thing, the plants that we got from Hobby Lobby, that cost me around $82. In total, not including the stuff that I've had from previous events, this cost me $5,603.60. So what ended up happening after the trade show? I ended up getting a bunch of business cards. A lot of them, they wanted to network and stay in contact since they had a lot of properties that needed some service. There was one company that did the DNA testing for dog poop, and they have a lot of customers that they wanted to network between them and I. So I really need to reach out to them. It's been a few days. I haven't heard from any of the customers that we've talked to at the event. However, as one of the premier sponsors, I received a customer list, a spreadsheet with 969 points of contacts with their name, phone number, email address, their business name, all of the information that I need from people who went to the event. And now I have their information so I can reach out to them personally. I plan on reaching out to them in a couple of days and see if they want to sign up for some poop scooping services. I know $5,600 may be a lot, but for 969 emails and phone numbers and addresses of people who went to that event, these are considered warm leads. The cost of acquisition for these 969 people just cost me $5.78. If you were able to get a customer for just $6 and you could potentially get hundreds and even thousands of dollars from just one contract, is that worth it to you? All right, so we talked about being a sponsor at a trade show, but what about the proper equipment you need for a pooper scooper business? So if you've been wondering what you need to buy to actually start a pooper scooper business, I created a list of my favorite pieces of equipment, all under $50. Do you want to level up your pet waste removal business equipment without breaking the bank? I've been through the ups and downs of starting a poop scooping business, so I'm here to save you time and money with the ultimate guide to the best equipment for your pet waste removal business, all under $50. All of the Amazon links for these items are available in the description below, so you can scoop up some incredible deals and upgrade your equipment game. You can't call yourself a pooper scooper without a proper rake, and the one I've been using for years now is a GT3070 cultivator rake. The Corona GT3070 extendable handle cultivator is a lightweight and sturdy tool that can help you remove any dog waste from your lawn with ease. It has a strong, lightweight aluminum handle that can be adjusted from 18 inches to 32 inches for extra reach, making it ideal for maintaining proper posture while cleaning up the yard. Weighing in at just 1.4 pounds, this rake is incredibly easy to maneuver and use. The rake features a unique no-slip grip handle, which makes it easy to use for extended periods of time. The head of the cultivator is fully heat treated for enhanced durability and is coated with a long-lasting finish that resists chips and rust. This means you can use it for years without worrying about it breaking down or losing its effectiveness. So why should you choose a GT3070 rake for your pet waste removal business? Simply put, it's the best rake on the market for this specific task. Its unique design, durable construction, and lightweight build makes it the perfect tool for removing pet waste from grassy lawns and yards. But if you're tired of bending over or struggling with your rake in rocky or gravel areas, then the Agula Reacher Grabber tool is just what you need. This lightweight and rust-proof tool is perfect for picking up not only pet waste, but little pieces of garbage your rake can't scoop. Its 36-inch long arm increases its range. The handle of the Agula Reacher Grabber tool has a soft cover that provides a comfortable and ergonomic grip, making it easy for one hand and long-term use. And the end of the tongs has a powerful claw with teeth on the end to help you easily grab onto the smallest pieces of poop. I used to have some clients with gravel in the yards, and it would take me 30+ minutes to pick up all their poop. Once I added this grabber tool to my tool belt, I've been able to cut down my scooping time in gravel yards by almost half. Looking to avoid gloving up and sparing your back from unnecessary strain? Then investing in a grabber tool is one of the best things you can do. It'll save you time and headache for challenging yards that your current rake can't handle. Speaking of essential tools for a pooper scooper, another must-have in your arsenal is the Quickie Debris dustpan with handle. Not only is it a practical tool for cleaning up pet waste, but it'll help you clean up dog poop more effectively. When I first started, I used a separate bucket that I had to fill up with my pooper scooper tray while walking around the yard, and I wasted a lot of time having to walk walk back to the bucket over and over. With a large dustpan, you can get all the dog poop in one go, eliminating the need for multiple trips. A debris dustpan has a large capacity, so you can pick up several pounds of poop without having to constantly empty it out. The dustpan can swivel when there's a lot of poop inside, helping you balance all the waste easier instead of letting it fall out because of gravity. And while it's made of a durable plastic, the little snap lock connecting the handle to the pan tends to break over time with repeated use. If you're looking for reliable equipment that you'll scoop with every day, then a quickie debris dustpan with handle is the way to go. Its sturdy construction, wide opening, and swivel design makes it the top choice for any pooper scooper or pet waste removal business. We got some of the essential tools out of the way, but what about accessories that will make your job even easier? As someone dealing with scoliosis and chronic back pain, finding ways to minimize strain on my lower back has been a top priority. One crucial factor is the way you stand or bend over when using your dustpan and rake. One accessory that I use specifically for my dustpan is this ergonomic handle attachment. When dealing with a dustpan full of dog poop, this handy tool has been an absolute game changer. If you've ever experienced the strain and downward pressure on your hand and wrist from a heavy dustpan, you know how it can lead to potential joint and tendon injuries in the long run. Now with the handle attached to my dustpan, it allows me to carry a heavy load in a more natural range of motion and reduces the stress I put on my joints. This handle attachment can be added to your dustpan handle in just 1 minute, and it features a rubber strip that holds tight. Its offset handle design helps me stand taller and reduces back bend by 30%. You can place the handle anywhere on the dustpan that is comfortable for your size and range of motion. That's for my bucket hand, but what about my scooping hand? During last year's spring rush, I experienced severe hand issues, including trigger finger problems. Since incorporating easy grip handles on my rake, my scooping efficiency has significantly improved. With these ergonomic handles, I now have a more comfortable grip during extended scooping sessions, reducing the strain I put my hand through. This is especially true when dealing with stubborn dog poop stuck in the grass. Looking back, I realized that adding an ergonomic handle to my rake instead of relying on the original handle could have saved me from a lot of pain. These specific handles sell out really fast, so make sure you grab them when they're available. While we're on the subject of hand protection, you should also consider investing in a good pair of work gloves to scoop in. I used to wear whatever kind of glove I had available, like winter gloves or nitro gloves that I can easily dispose of after an appointment. These types of gloves do not provide enough padding in the area between your thumb and index finger, and my handles would rub into this area over and over, which resulted in many calluses and blisters in that spot. Using a quality pair of work gloves will help you scoop for longer periods of time, and the leather palm provides longer lasting durability and resistance to wear and tear. And because it's really annoying to take your gloves off to answer your phone in the middle of a scoop, I love that these gloves are touchscreen so I can use my phone without having to remove my gloves. See? Like the video for touchscreen capabilities. And these gloves are machine washable so I can keep them clean after a long day. Even though we use our hands a lot in this job, we can't neglect the rest of our body. One of the key aspects of this business is being on your feet for long hours and taking hundreds, if not thousands of steps. This may cause you discomfort and sore feet when you get home. One of the best investments you can make that will increase the quality of your scoops will be getting yourself a pair of high quality shoe inserts. These premium shoe inserts are designed to increase comfort, reduce fatigue, and improve body alignment, making them a must-have for anyone in the pet waste removal industry. By reducing stress on your ankles, knees, and hips, these shoe inserts will help you feel comfortable and pain-free throughout the day. The same thing goes with your back. We spend hours bending and lifting heavy bags of poop, and if you're anything like me, you might have chronic back pain or even a herniated disc or scoliosis. Using a back support belt will provide immediate and lasting relief from back pain. This belt offers the freedom of movement you need. The Spathos belt I purchased is made with breathable fabric, so I can easily wear it under my clothes during the hot days. I've suffered from back pain since I've been a teenager, and every time I go scoop without a back brace, I immediately regret it once I get home. Using a support belt gives me the immediate pain relief I need, and it's an essential tool for any pooper scooper dealing with back pain. If you don't deal with back pain, you'll definitely have a headache if you don't keep the trunk of your car organized, so I highly suggest getting yourself a collapsible trunk organizer, one that could be easily resized to fit your needs. With multiple compartments, a trunk organizer will provide ample storage for all of your supplies, like plastic bags, gloves, cleaning products, paper towels, and whatever else you need for each scoop. Having a trunk organizer has helped me keep my trunk as tidy as possible and help minimize the downtime in between appointments when I'm looking for a pair of gloves or some plastic bags. And with your new trunk organizer, you can safely store the next 2 items on this list. We deal with a lot of dog poop, and dealing with pet waste odor is another value you can bring to your customers. If you're not ready to buy a wishy-wash, you have cheaper options like Simple Green Outdoor Odor Eliminator that you can offer as an add-on service or part of your basic scooping services as a way to tackle pet odors left on the grass. These types of products should be safe on grass, artificial turf, gravel, and concrete, and leave a fresh and clean environment for your customer. If you don't want to provide a deodorizer or sanitizing service, you should still buy a bottle of Kennel Soul, which is a concentrated disinfectant and deodorizer that you can mix with water to soak your scooping equipment. You want to minimize how much germs are being transferred from your rake and bucket, and having a way to disinfect your equipment is one of the most important steps you really should take as a pet waste removal business. So now that you invested in your business on the network side and the equipment side, what about the software side? For a majority of pooper scoopers, our busy season starts around March, April, and May when all the snow melts and you get something called the spring rush. The best time to invest in a business is before your busy season, and if you're a pooper scooper or a service-based business, I highly recommend checking out Jobber. With Jobber, I've been able to automate a lot of the admin features in my business, request deposits for my customers, require a card on file so I don't have to chase people down. They have this awesome intake form I embedded on my website. That way I can gather my customers' detail without lifting a finger. I know investing in software for your business is really scary. That's why Jobber lets you try out their software for 14 days free with no commitment. And when you sign up to Jobber through my link, I'm going to send you my Jobber cheat sheet for pooper scoopers. It has all of my configurations, all of my settings, everything that I've used with Jobber to help you get set up as fast as possible. So there really is no excuse why you shouldn't try Jobber before your busy season. Check the link down below or go to poopscoopsfornoobs.com/Jobber. When you have software in place, it takes your business to the next level, not only because of the automation, but because of all the reporting you can do. This topic is something a lot of new businesses don't do, and it's measuring their key performance indicators or KPIs. And there are 5 key performance indicators that every business should be tracking. Meet John, a hardworking guy juggling his 9-to-5 job and his side hustle, his pooper scooper business. He got the passion but lacks the knowledge, and like 95% of new businesses, he's on the path to failure. His business isn't growing, and he's feeling stuck. Why? He's missing some essential numbers. Stick around and I'll show you the 5 key performance indicators that could turn your pooper scooper business into a thriving full-time gig. John wants to first learn how much money is left over from sales after covering the cost to provide his poop scooping services. This leftover money is what's known as the gross margin, which can be calculated using the formula revenue minus the cost of goods sold, and then that number divided by the revenue. The cost of goods sold refers to all the expenses directly tied to providing his pet waste removal services. This could include the cost of tools like rakes, plastic bags and gloves, the fuel to get to each location, and any specific cleaning materials or supplies needed to sanitize his equipment. In the beginning, John started small, with 25 customers providing $500 in monthly revenue. His only expenses were gas and supplies, costing $80. This means his gross margin was $500 minus $80 divided by 500, which is 84% gross margin. As the business grew, complexities arose. On month 2, John roped in his son, aiming to double his clientele. With 50 customers, their monthly revenue hit $1,000. But costs weren't just doubled now. Besides the $80 for gas and supplies for himself, there was another $80 for his son, as well as paying him $175, $7 for each of the 25 customers his son handled, making his total cost $335, which made his gross margin 66.5%. Things took a trickier turn when John, tied up at his day job, hired his brother. Revenue increased to $1,350 with 60 customers, but his brother, not as efficient as his son, could only manage 20 customers, while his son took over 30 customers and left John with 10. He has to pay his son $7 for each customer, equals $210, as well as $100 in gas and supplies for the extra customers. The cost for his son is $310. He has to pay his brother $7 as well for each customer, equals $140, as well as $60 in gas and supplies. The cost for his brother is $200. In total, he spent $510. His gross margin dipped further to 62%. The fluctuating gross margin was a clear indicator. Managing costs was equally crucial. More customers led to higher costs, especially employee wages. Through this realization, John learned that having more employees increased his cost of goods sold, impacting his gross margin. It was no longer just about getting more clients, but managing a growing business. Since John's goal was to grow his business full-time, he needed to determine how much he's spending to gain each new customer. This is known as a customer acquisition cost, and it's the expenses like advertising, marketing, marketing, or any special offers used to attract new clients. You can find the customer acquisition cost by how much you spend on marketing divided by the number of customers acquired. John decided to venture into paid advertising. Each month he allocated $100 for Facebook ads, $100 for Google ads, $50 for Instagram, and another $50 for door hangers, business cards, and lawn signs. His marketing budget was $300 every month. During month 1, his $300 budget brought in 9 customers, making his acquisition cost $300 divided by 9, or $33.33. Month 2, John kept the same marketing channels, and with 15 new customers, the CAC dropped to $20. Month 3, his strategy paid off, leading to 25 new customers with an acquisition cost of $12. Month 4, despite 17 new customers, the acquisition cost rose to $17.65. He began to notice seasonal trends affecting acquisition costs. Months 5 and 6 showed a fluctuating pattern with 11 and 4 new customers. The acquisition costs were $27 and $75 respectively. John learned that merely pumping money into marketing wasn't the answer. He realized he had to be strategic. He discovered that his customer acquisition costs varied throughout the year. By recognizing this pattern, he could maximize his marketing budget by spending more when acquisition cost was low. Once he began to track his acquisition cost, his marketing strategy became a compass, guiding John's decisions and helping him allocate his resources wisely. One area he allocated his resources to was paying attention to how many customers he's losing over time. This loss of customers is known as the churn rate, and it measures the percentage of customers that stopped using his service during a specific time period. You can find the churn rate by the number of customers at the start of a period minus the number at the end of the period, divided by the number at the start of the period. As John's brother and son took over the majority of appointments, the quality of his service dipped and people began to leave. Month 1, starting with 60 clients, John ended with 55, resulting in a churn rate of 60 minus 55 divided by 60 equals an 8.3% churn rate. Month 2, he lost 5 more clients. His churn rate increased to 9.09%. Month 3, another loss of 6 clients equals a 12% churn rate. John realized his business was like a leaky bucket. He thought about a bucket that's being filled with water. The water filling the bucket is considered new customers coming in, and the holes where water spills out are not only old clients leaving, but the reasons why they leave. For John, it was bad quality control and delayed responses to texts and emails since he's been so busy with work. His brother's performance, not as good as his or his son's, contributed to these holes. To fix the leak, John understood that he needed to focus on service quality and responsiveness. By understanding the relationship between churn rate, service quality, and customer satisfaction, John could ensure that the bucket stayed full, reflecting a thriving, loyal customer base, while plugging any hole his business might have that will cause more customers to leak out. After assessing the churn rate, he wanted to see how successful he is at turning potential customers into actual clients. This is measured by the percentage of quotes closed, which looks at how many of the quotes he gave to new customers actually result in a sale. You can find the percentage of quotes closed by the number of quotes accepted divided by the total quotes sent and times that by 100. John began tracking how often he was able to get his quotes closed and experimented with his prices to see how his closing percentage changed. John, aiming for perfection, initially closed 100% of his quotes. Month 1, John sent out 9 quotes, all of which turned into new customers. Month 2, with a 10% price increase, John sent 20 quotes, gaining 15 new customers. His closure rate was 75%. Month 3, a further 20% price increase led to 35 quotes and 25 new customers. His closure rate dropped to 71.4%. Months 4 through 6, continued price increases to 30%. He sent out 40, 30, and 20 quotes in that time period, and his new customers were 17, 11, and 4. His closure rates were 42, 36, and 20% respectively. John learned that closing 100% of his quotes was not an ideal situation, and his prices are too low. Raising his prices allowed him to find a balance where he made more money for the same amount of work, leading to higher profits even if he closed fewer deals. Since John already uses Jobber, he's able to consider a broader perspective using the reporting features, the overall value a customer brings to his business over time. Known as the customer lifetime value, or CLV, this metric considers not just a single transaction, but the total revenue a customer can generate throughout their entire relationship with the business. The CLV can be found by the average monthly payment times the number of months a customer stays. On average, his customers pay $100 per month for an average duration of 4 months. John initially calculated his CLV as $400. John's perception of CLV changed when he compared it to looking through a telescope. The telescope allowed him to see far into the future, where small changes in the present had significant impacts on the long-term value of his customers. With a reduced churn rate, customers stayed longer, increasing the CLV to $500 and $600 for 5 and 6 months respectively. Introducing a premium service paid at $120, the new CLVs became $400 $580, $600, and $720. By improving his services and reducing the churn rate, John could increase the lifetime value of his customers, driving long-term growth. John's journey isn't just a story, it's a testament to how understanding numbers can shape the course of your business. Dive deep into your KPIs, understand what they're saying, and use them to drive your business towards success. Remember, every number tells a story. If you want to dive even deeper with your business, make sure you check out my Pooper Scooper newsletter, The Scoop Report. Every month I share actionable business tips, practical Pooper Scooper advice, and high quality insights from across the pet waste removal industry directly to your inbox. Link down below. Alright, so I hope so far this has been helpful. If it has, please subscribe. That way you won't miss any tips that I release about being a Pooper Scooper. And one tip that we can't forget is, how do you actually scoop a yard full of dog poop? Today I'm going to share how to properly walk a yard when you're scooping dog poop. Even though it seems simple, there's a few things you really should pay attention to. But before we get to that, I'm going to share the incorrect way to scoop a yard and what a lot of Pooper Scoopers end up doing. Wind's howling. I can't see anything. Well, I think all the poop's been picked up. Guess I'm done. It may be tongue-in-cheek, but you'd be surprised how often I got a new customer because their old scooper just didn't pick anything up. Once I secure the gate, I try to find the nearest corner and I just start walking to one edge of the yard. I'll take a couple of steps, maybe 1 or 2 feet sideways, and I'll start walking the other direction. I call this the line pattern because you're essentially walking straight lines back and forth in the yard. I try my hardest to space each line between 1 to 3 feet. That way, when you're walking across the yard, you're able to use your peripheral vision to scope out the yard on both your left and right side and potentially pick up any pieces that you might have missed. While I'm walking the yard, I'm actively using the rake as an extension to my body. I'm always poking the ground in front of me with my rake. If I feel something super soft or soggy, most likely it's a piece of poop. Sometimes it's hard to walk a straight line in the yard just because of how it's shaped. So I'll quickly look up and use either the fence post or something that I see in the yard as a reference point, and I'll just keep walking towards that direction. Especially when you have a weirdly shaped yard, reference points will ensure that you're walking where you need to walk and you don't miss any spots. Sometimes you have to scoop a yard that has really long grass. This really sucks as a Pooper Scooper because you really can't see anything, but at least you can see your footprints in the grass, and that should help you keep your line straight. When the grass is long, it's really hard to find anything unless you accidentally step on it. So instead of using my rake to poke in front of me, I'll have a wider stance and I'll drag my rake right next to me. That way the rake can catch onto any pieces of poop that's hidden in the grass, and I don't have to rely on only seeing what's in front of me or accidentally stepping in some poop. Some yards will have a narrow section that you gotta scoop, and I find these areas tend to have the most amount of poop because sometimes dogs just want a little bit of privacy when they're doing their business. In these sections, I like doing a zigzag pattern just because you're already seeing most of the area already, and I'd rather just go back and forth really fast and save a little bit of time. Or if you're trying to be really adventurous, you can just walk one straight line down and another straight line back out. When you reach the end of the yard, you just do your lines again, but walk back towards the gate. With these lines, you could be a little bit more liberal and space them out because you already walked through the area, but you risk accidentally missing any pieces of poop on the ground. So a more thorough way to scoop is to do a grid pattern. So instead of walking back towards the gate, just start doing your lines in a different direction. If you went up and down in the yard, now it's time to go left and right. When you do the grid pattern though, you're almost doubling the amount of time it takes to scoop the yard because you're doing everything again but in a different direction. So it comes down to the kind of work you want to do and what quality of service you want to provide to your customers. Think about the prices for your poop scooping services. If your prices are too low, you might have a lot of customers, but you're probably rushing through all of your yards because you just don't have enough time to do all of them. But if you take your time and you do a quality and thorough scoop, you can justify your higher prices, and that'll allow you to scale in the future and just hire people to scoop for you while also doing less work for more money. So that was Pet Waste Removal Business 201. Click over to this video so you can watch Pet Waste Removal Business 101 everything you need to know. And I'll see you on the next scoop. And as always, acknowledge the now. Bye.